Hello, and welcome to the Fundamentals series. In this video, we'll be covering the BioPsychoSocial Model of health. Who am I? I'm Fiona, founder of Nature vs. Nurture, the NvsN System, and the Professional Peer. I have both professional and personal experience with trauma as a mental health provider and advocate, and with the recovery from burnout. I created the NvsN System as a means of prevention to address what ails us and help people to help themselves and others to become the best that they can be. Today, we'll be exploring one of the most important shifts in understanding health and healing, something that changes how we see ourselves, others, and what it really means to be living well. This is the BioPsychoSocial Model of health, and I'll be showing you how it compares to the old model, how it improves care, and why it aligns so beautifully with my NvsN system. The way we define health really matters. If we only see the body as a machine, we'll miss so much of the human experience. Many of us have been through systems that treated us like a diagnosis or a list of symptoms, and it left us feeling unseen, unheard, and confused. This foundation helps shift that. It opens space for the full story of who we are and what we've lived. The biomedical model still dominates most of our Western healthcare system. It sees illness as a physical, mental, or chemical problem, and treatment is usually about controlling symptoms with medications. It doesn't ask about trauma, stress, or relationships, and it often ignores what doesn't show up on a test. This model does not help us when it comes to our whole well-being. It's not the whole picture. How many times have we heard or said, "I feel awful, but the doctors say there's nothing wrong"? That gap between experience and diagnoses can be large and frustrating, to say the least. This is where people may start thinking they're imagining it, or worse, get labeled instead of supported or understood. We need a model that can hold the why behind the symptoms, something that sees more than symptoms, but perhaps signs instead. The biopsychosocial model was introduced in the 1970s as a way to make healthcare more humane and accurate. It says health is a combination of biology, psychology, and social experience. Everything from our gut and sleep to our thoughts and feelings to our support systems, they all matter. And when we understand the whole system, we can actually heal, not just manage or cope. This model isn't just a new idea. It changes how we relate to ourselves, those we know, and those we may help. It moves us from a fix-it mindset to a growth and healing partnership. It says, the person isn't the problem. They're reacting to problems around them or inside of themselves. It replaces blame with curiosity, and it opens the door to real change. When we compare the two models side by side, it's easy to see the difference. The biomedical model is all about diagnosing, treating, and medicating. The biopsychosocial model asks about our lives, our stress, our relationships, and it treats the person, just not the parts. This makes care more meaningful and more effective. People heal better when they feel safe, seen, and involved. The biopsychosocial model builds trust, respects culture, and trauma. And with that, it leads to long-term outcomes, not just quick fixes. This is especially important for those folks living with chronic stress, burnout, or trauma histories, like many of us. Peer support is one of the most natural expressions of this model. We know what it takes and what it's like to navigate through tough times. We've felt invisible or misdiagnosed, and we know how powerful it is to be heard by somebody who gets it. Our stories, our experience become part of the healing process. It turns surviving into a service and struggle into strength. The NvsN System is rooted in the BioPsychoSocial Model. We look at nature and nurture, your biology and your conditioning, and we hold space for what lies in between, your vision and you. It matches the biopsychosocial model almost perfectly because it honors the same things: context, care, and connection. The biopsychosocial model gives us the framework. The NvsN System gives us the how. We turn it into practices, daily habits, group healing, creative expression, nervous system support. We drop the pressure to perform wellness and return it to something more honest, more integrated, embodied, and sustainable in our well-being. So here's the takeaway. The biopsychosocial model is a bridge from the old system to something more human. The NvsN System is a path that helps you walk that bridge and enjoy living well. We're not broken. We're responding and reacting. And with the right lens, the right supports, and a little unlearning, we can reconnect with what's always been in us: intuition, a sense of self, and our vitality. If this resonates with you, come be a part of the journey. Let's build a better system, one person, one conversation, one village at a time. If you're still with me, thank you. That means you showed up for something real. Healing isn't about being perfect, it's about being willing and keen. You've already done the hardest part, surviving up until now. Now we get to nurture our inner nature, create something softer, stronger, and more honest underneath. Let me show you how.